Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Friday Super Show edition of the YSN Power Hour. DJ Yoakley with you alongside Sam Torres. We have Gary Altizer, and down in the corner we got Snoopy Magoopy, Mr. Chris Colucci. What's up, boys?
What's happening?
Man, Friday.
I can't believe we're almost halfway through the football season already. Like, we're at week 4. This is insane.
I was just going to ask you. So tell me this is not the literal fastest 10 weeks of the entire year from the time football starts. And I mean, like, it feels like we just started and we're a month in, gentlemen. We're a month in tonight. And we got some great matchups for you across the board. We got great rivalry games. We got games with teams that have never played before, and we are going to cover them like never before right here on your sports network. All of them you can get at ysnlive.com/live, and you can go bing, 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 all the way down through the 24 games that we have for you on our schedule here tonight. That being said, you know how this show goes, ladies and gentlemen, and in case, yes, for those of you who are watching right now, we're missing somebody, a big somebody, Big Mike. Rest in peace. He's no longer with us. He's gone. Take those 40s out and pour a little bit out for him. Mike, we appreciate you. God bless you on your new journey, man. And what did you say, Sam? Oklahoma?
Yeah, he is going. So tonight will be his last call. He'll be with Larry Jennings as Edgewood is taking on Chagrin Falls at Chagrin Falls. Fun fact before I go too far into that, every team in Ashtabula County away today. Super weird that happened this week. Yeah, he's going to be going to Oklahoma for about 3 months, and he's going to be helping deliver food and stuff to some Army bases and doing that sort of thing. So, you know, a good thing. You know what I mean? When he told me about it, it was something that, you know, he felt like was very important, and I understand it. You got to take care of the troops, right?
I thought for sure that he was going to be the dude on the Oklahoma wagon coming out every Saturday, like on the horses. Like Big Mike is just, he goes from Edgewood to the hardwood. He's going straight to Oklahoma.
Boomer Sooner.
That's it. Boomer Sooner is right. Mike, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for being part of our team. Hopefully we can get you back at some point in the near future in about 3 months. So put your watches to those 3 months, and then Edgewood Mike will be back in no time at all. All right, it is time for Pick'ems. And I hate to start here, but I think this could be the biggest game of the night. Certainly the biggest game in this area. It's Canfield. It's Poland. It's at the Dog Pound. Ladies and gentlemen, the Battle 224, the Pavlansky Bowl, whatever you want to call it, you're going to call it a great game tonight. And we got it right here on your sports network. Samuel, your first time through the old Battle of 224. How you feeling about this one?
So, you know, this week, as we were talking about it earlier, it's week 4. We're almost halfway through the week already. And I feel like even though it sounds crazy to say, this is starting to get to be a make or break time for these teams. And I think for Canfield in particular, that's where they're at right now. It's definitely not the start that they wanted to. But on the other hand, Poland has been absolutely on fire. They've been tested. Poland is averaging somewhere in like 40 points a game. I didn't think I was going to be picking against state champions at all this year. I'm picking Poland for the win tonight.
Ooh, Gerald, what do you have?
I'm with Sam. I think it's hard to come back with the target on your back like that. And every week you got somebody, given 1,000% because they want to beat the state champs. And then you got to go and play tough teams like this. This Poland team is for real. This is it. If this is in Poland, right? If this is sir. There, I just don't see them ending this Friday night without a win in Poland. So I'm taking the Bulldogs.
All right, Christopher.
It's hard picking against state champs, but Poland's just been on fire, and I love the NE8 a lot, and I don't know how I can go against Poland and how fire they've been, so I'm going with the Bulldogs too tonight.
Would you show off that shirt real quick? I got to give you the props that it deserves. Look at this.
Look, I thrifted it. Okay,
and the Tiger makes an appearance. at that. That's a nice shirt, buddy.
It is. You want it?
No.
Too bad you weren't going to get it.
Good. That's why I said no. Can you? Is there a thing on the bottom of it, like a Garfield shirt? Like, can you dig it?
No.
Okay. All right. So Poland gets
The sweep?
tonight. Yeah. Little broomskis. Who do we have now with champion at Brookfield? CJ Bako has this for us tonight. CJ, a true champion of YSN, and now he is a legend of YSN lore because, ladies and gentlemen, the young man got locked in Niles press box earlier this week. Somehow, we don't understand it. The story has still not been fully flushed, but he sacrificed his mind, body, and soul for a soccer game, got locked in Niles, and he's able to make the triumphant return tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to Brookfield, where the champion Flashes will take on the Brookfield Warriors. He has the call. Chris, what sacrifices have you made for this company that are equal to locking yourself in a press box and possibly spending the night there?
Probably the guy I call football games with. I have to call him with every week. That sacrifice. I call games with DJ if no one knew, but
never again. You're not. Sebring 8-man football just got a new announcer. Go.
I'm picking Brookfield tonight.
Brookfield is the pick. Gerald.
Yeah, I'm going with Brookfield too. I just think they're going to be too much. Probably going to win comfortably.
Sam.
Yeah, I've developed a big respect for Brookfield over the last couple of years. I think they're a bunch of hard-nosed kids who just play football to their best ability. When they hit people, you hear it, and the crowd pretty much gets into it. Give me Brookfield in this one.
We have an Amo sighting. Amo says Canfield. He says he's breaking up the sweepskis. All right, so we got that one's down. Second game of the night is down. Conneaut at Chagrin Falls. We've got Wow TV and Sam Pride on it. Sammy, what are you feeling on this one?
So this is going to be a huge test for Conneaut. So Conneaut and Chagrin Falls are both 2-1 going into this game. Conneaut's had some games where they didn't play the way they really wanted to. They've had some games where things have really gone exactly how they wanted to. Max Gleason right now is leading the county, Ashtabula County, in rushing yards, and in second place is Wyatt Payne. So running is not a problem for the Conneaut Spartans. Chagrin Falls typically is a defensively stout team. They've always got a great linebacking core. They've had that for about 2 or 3 years. Offense not necessarily their biggest strong suit, but they are going to test Conneaut tonight and their ability to run the ball. But the one thing I can tell you is when it comes to running the ball, I trust Rocco Dobrin. I trust the Spartans. Give me the Conneaut Spartans tonight to win this one.
The Spartans get a pick. Gary, who do you say?
I think Sam said it. Defense. Chagrin Falls, known for their defense. You get a team like that in high school football, I just trust that more than I trust anything else, so I'm going with Chagrin tonight.
Ty Barchell has added himself to the chat room. Ty, your pick for – well, let's play catch-up. Canfield, Poland, who you got?
Give me the Bulldogs.
All right. Champion, Brookfield, who you got?
I'm going to go Warriors after that win last week.
Conneaut at Chagrin Falls.
I heard what my man Sam was talking about with Conneaut. I think they're going to be trending up this week. Give me Conneaut.
Guys, I'm just going to warn you. The trumpets have been silenced thus far in the show. Chris Colucci, what say you?
I've been known to be a company guy, and I'm staying with being a company guy. Give me Conneaut.
Sweep. It's a sweep. All right, Spartans get the sweep. East Liverpool at Beaver Local. You want to talk about rivalry games? We talked about Canfield, Poland, red versus blue. It's red versus blue here too. Gary Altizer, you know a thing or two about this matchup down there. This is as big as it gets sometimes. I mean, other than Southern and Wellsville, I think you can attest to that one. But Beaver Local East Liverpool has the talk of the town down in Southern Columbiana County. What do you know about this one?
Oh yeah, this is a backyard rivalry with these guys. Beaver Local took it to Liverpool last year. It was bad. I can't remember what the score was. Liverpool starting out 3-0. I know that they're pumped about tonight. This is a big game for them. They're really on a new trajectory. They got a new coaching staff there. They want to come out and prove that they're for real. But I personally think that Beaver Local offense is just going to be too much for them. I think it'll be a much closer game than last year, but I personally don't see this Beaver Local offense slowing down enough for East Liverpool to be able to keep up. I'm taking the Beavers tonight, and there'll be a ton of people at this game. I'd really like to know the attendance of this game because they're both coming in. Liverpool's 3-0, Beaver Local's 2-1 with that close loss to a tough Struthers team. I think this is going to be a fun game, and if I didn't have to do a game tonight, if I was free tonight, I'd be at this game.
Fur?
Yeah, this is a very tough decision. I think this is probably top 3 game of the night. But I have to go with East Liverpool. I think they've been hot recently, and I think they're going to continue that tonight. And I'm going with East Liverpool.
Mike Sealy said 58-0 last year.
I'll preface my pick by saying I absolutely love what Coach Kusick is doing over there. I think he's doing a phenomenal job with the Potters. He's really turning things around. But until I see that trend happen, you got to win that game, right? You have to beat Beaver Local. And until they do it for real, I got to go with the Beavers. Give me Beaver Local.
Sam, you're wearing all blue. Are you sticking with the blue?
Listen, I sat down. One of the cool things about sitting down and getting these stories out for ysnlive.com, which is your place for the game stories, folks. Make sure you go there. We're the ones giving it to you. Accurate and from the point of view of the broadcasters. I watched this Beaver Local team go out. East Liverpool is red hot. It's a great start for them, but until you beat the man, you can't be the man until you beat the man. It's Beavers tonight. Give me Beaver Local.
Woo! You can't say that without wooing at the end, man.
He was actually a cool thing. He was actually up this way promoting his new energy drink called Woo over at the Painesville Giant Eagle.
Why did you not tell me? We could have definitely hung out at the Painesville Giant Eagle.
You want to talk about great broadcast tonight? You know, Mr. Mike McKenzie's going to be extra pumped up for this one too in the broadcast booth.
We had to counter McKenzie McNuggies with an East Liverpool guy just because we knew that there was going to be it was going to be a Ty Bartell broadcast that just peaks at 10 and doesn't go down until the end. So we're trying to keep things even in that broadcast booth tonight. Jessica Torres sighting. That's not until September 3rd. Oh, yeah! We're coming to get you. Woo!
Yeah, he's coming to the Stowe Giant Eagle, I think, like literally 15 minutes from me one of the days. I saw it too. I was like, I might
get
have
him twice. Woo! Gary knows about the Giant Eagles. We'll get him in. All right, we got Liverpool Beaver Local covered. Mikey Big Mike and Larry Jennings have Edgewood, surprise, surprise, at Hawkins. Sammy, tell us about it.
This is a game. This is going to be one of the biggest tests they've had of the year. I think last week was a good kind of dipping your toe into the pool to see how that Edgewood athleticism was going to translate against a very fast, very athletic Harvey team. I think offensively, I think just where the team is at right now, Edgewood is ahead of Harvey, and that's what showed in the score. Hawken, on the other hand, 2-1, with only one loss on the year. They are a team that is almost 50-50 when it comes to passing and running. Edgewood is going to have to go deep in their bag tonight to get this one. This is the game. I think people, if the Edgewood Warriors can win this game, they may be on your radar right now. I think they become a contender if they win this game tonight. Last week, Tony Hall, 377 yards, 6 touchdowns, and he rushed for one. So for a total of 7 touchdowns, one guy is going to make this game a big game tonight. It's going to be Edgewood over the Hawken Hawks at Hawken.
And Tony is up for Big Dogs of the Valley for the second straight week because he's put up impressive numbers that have been equal to or surpassed everybody else So if you're an Edgewood fan, make sure you're voting for Tony Hall. ysnlive.com/big-dogs. Ty, who do you have?
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, this is the same Hawken team that bowed out to Ursuline last year too. And I mean, Ursuline took it to them. Obviously, two different teams in a different year, but I like what Edgewood's doing at the beginning of the year too. They have an all-out rushing attack. Their offense is stellar. Their defense is not allowing points against pretty much anyone. I'll take the Warriors in this one.
All right, Gary.
You know, Sam always makes such a stinking good case for every team I don't want to pick that I just second guess myself. So, but I think I have to stick with my original pick here. Hawken, this is going to be a fun game. And, you know, that Edgewood team is, I mean, really on the verge of really being somebody making some noise in the entire state. They could do it tonight, but I just don't know if they have enough. And especially with it being at Hawken, maybe I'm just biased against home teams, but it matters so much in high school football. I'm just going to take Hawken by the skin of their teeth tonight.
Gary's going with the Ric Flair quote on that one. He needs to see. He needs to see
Stand by trumpet. All right.
Hey, they have a wrestling team too, so sorry.
There it is. There it is.
They have a wrestling team, you said.
Yes. Yeah. But so does the other team, so you can't use that, I guess.
Edgewood sent 3 wrestlers to state last year. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there.
After what Sam just said, Edgewood.
All right, Gary, you know what you got to do. You got to sound the trumpet, man. Go ahead. Atta boy. All right. Down goes Edgewood and Hawken. Garrettsville Garfield at LeBray. Dom O'Brien has this covered for us, guys. I think Garfield is one of the most impressive teams on the entire roster of YSN schools this year in any division. What says you when they go up against LeBray, who, by the way, have been very impressive in their own right, beating a very tough Valley Christian team earlier this year? Let's go reverse skate. Let's go Colucci.
Well, in this game, I have family playing, not on either of the teams, but he'll be on the field. My dad's reffing the game. So that's a fun fact. Doesn't have anything to do with my game pick, but I'm picking the G-Men. Keegan Sell has just been tearing it up, running the ball. They're going to run all day, and I'm going with Garfield.
All right, Garfield. Gary, who do you have?
Hey, LeBray's impressed this season. You know, they pulled it upset at, I believe, in week 1 or week 2. I like them as a team, but I just can't pick against the G-Men right now. They're rolling, and they just beat you up. So I'm going with Garrettsville.
The G-Men, Tyler Bartell.
Yeah, Garfield is one of Portage County's finest, I think, this year on the gridiron, and it's hard to pick against him with that line. And then Keegan Sell, like Colucci mentioned, I'm going to have to stick with the G-Men in this one. Although I will say LeBray has been impressive, and they have the potential to give Garfield a game tonight.
Samuel?
I'll tell you what, you know, I really kind of sung the praises of the Vikings last week, and I'm not completely getting off the ship just yet. I think that defense is great, but when it comes to Garrettsville Garfield, they need to change their name from G-Men to He-Men because they are the masters of their universe. They run where they want, when they want, how they want. It's Garfield tonight. The G-Men take it.
Oh, He-Man reference. Oh, awesome. I love hearing that. We got Grand Valley at Beechwood. We're cleared to go. Tyler Hartz and the Grand Valley students taking this one. Sam, again, we're leading on you, Mr. Ashtabula.
All right, so this one is, you know, I was talking about earlier in the show about make or break. That's where we're at for some of these teams. This is a make or break when it comes for Grand Valley. They have had a start that they did not want. They are trying to get into a new offense, trying to get comfortable. Beechwood really struggled against St. John. St. John played a great game against them last week, but this one, give me the Mustangs by 100.
Woo! And we got a Mikey O spotting, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. He says, go Grand Valley. He spelled Edgewood wrong. Ty, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, Beechwood hasn't been blowing it out of the water or anything this year, too, so it's not going to hurt at all being a company guy. I'll stick with Grand Valley. Give me the Stangs.
company guys. I love it. I love it. Gary, what do you have?
Yeah, I just don't see Beechwood being able to compete tonight. Give me Grand Valley.
Are they the Bills or the Bison?
They're the Bisons.
Okay, Bison. No, Sam, it has to be Bison, right? Bison is plural.
Oh, is it?
I think it's like deer. Bison is. Yeah.
You know what? I think you're right because it's funny. I'm looking at their roster right now, and it says Beechwood Bison. So that it is correct. It is the Bison.
Chalk one up for Wendy Boyles, the English teacher in 7th grade. Christopher Colucci, what do you have?
No, I said I was a company guy earlier, and Beechwood has a good wrestling team, so that would make me want to pick them. But I'm sticking with the company. We're going Grand Valley on this one.
GV. Okay, let's go. The next game, Howland at Boardman. Guys, Donnie Riccatelli, Don Mascola has the coverage for us live from Spartan Stadium. And I'll tell you what, Boardman is hungry. I can tell you that because every Monday they show up and they're eating. They're real close to getting real good here on YSN. Are you taking Boardman? Are you taking Howland? Because Howland's looking to claw back into things too. Sammy?
So Howland is a quality football team. You know what I mean? They've had a tougher start than they've wanted to as well, and their record reflects it. But you know what? Boardman's got this kid named Zach Haas, the boss, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen when he has a little bit of time to actually throw that ball. Cheney gave them everything they could give them, and then that Boardman offense was still finding ways to score points last week. I think Cheney is the best defense that Boardman is going to see this year until week 11. Give me Boardman.
Ty?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything's going in Boardman's favor right now. They're starting to trend up. Even in losses, though, they're very competitive. They've looked good in almost all their games this season. This one's at home. It's against a Howland team that's also struggling, trying to find their way. I think Spartans have the edge in this one. Give me Boardman.
G.
Yeah, I just think Boardman's going to be too much. Howland, they played good football, but I just don't know if they have the horses tonight. So I'm going with Boardman.
Yeah, I'm going Boardman too. I think they're going to start turning the corner this year in the back half of the season, and Boardman's going to start lighting it up. Boardman.
Sorry for I think I'm stunned here. I am stunned with this. This is why he quit. He had to resign because he was going to pick Hawken over Edgewood.
Wow.
Incredible. He can't show his face in Edgewood anymore. No longer. My final
Well, you can't spell Oklahoma without the L, so that's what you're going to be taking to the state.
Bernie says, let's go Howland. Thanks, Bernie, for tuning in. Appreciate you. All right, boys. Next game is going to be Hubbard at Niles. Jamie Thompson, Zach Svensson have the call on this one. This is an NE8 battle, Mr. Colucci. Nobody knows this better than you. Who do you got in this one?
Antoine Garner has been tearing it up. I think he's probably the best running back in the NE8, maybe the best running back in the area. Him and Keegan Sell are just the two best running backs in the area, but Antoine Garner is insane. I don't know if this Hubbard defense is going to be able to stop Antoine Garner, so give me the Niles Red Dragons.
G?
Yeah, this is a tough one to pick. You got two quality teams, but I don't know that Niles offense. I just think it might be too much. I'm going Niles.
Ty? You're muted, buddy.
Oop. My bad.
You're good.
I'm gonna go reverse trend. Everyone's zigging. I'm gonna zag on this one. Give me the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Ooh, all right. Might have a lone wolf candidate. Do we, Sam?
Listen, I said that I was going to keep my anti-Hubbard picks until Jamie Thompson gets on the show. This is going to be an every week challenge until he gets here, and I'm going to have to buck the trend this week. I think I've bet against Gardner in the past. I have lost. Dragons fly higher than Eagles. It's Niles tonight.
All right. You know what you got to do, Ty. Go
Ow!
ahead. Yeah! baby! Love it. All right. We've got next game is Jackson Milton at Mineral Ridge. Steve Hodge and Tommy Otto, the Juice, have this one. Guys, when you look at this, Jackson Milton, they've put up some points. They have an incredible air attack. And you look at Mineral Ridge, they have won some games here that have been pretty impressive, even beating Orange a couple weeks ago. When you look at this game, what does it come down to? Who gets the win? Let's start with you, Chris.
Like I was saying earlier, the East Liverpool and Beaver Local games, top 3 game of the week. I mean, there's 3 really good games this week, and this is another one. But Jackson Milton has been lighting it up the whole year, and they're not going to stop on picking Jackson Milton.
Ooh, the Blue Jays. Gary.
I think Ridge is really, their schedule has been tougher than what Jackson Milton has been, and they've stepped it up. I'm going with Ridge tonight.
Herb is one of the best backs you're never going to hear about, and I don't know why nobody's talking about him. He's been incredible. Ty.
I feel like that's the story with the Rams. They're not getting a lot of talks about, even though they are 3-0. They're going to be at home, and I think Mineral Ridge is one of those places that's really tough to play when that crowd is there. They're fired up and getting into it. I got to go with the Rams, especially since they're at home in this one.
Sam?
This one is almost a pick 'em for me, honestly, because, I've looked at this game. This is the one I've struggled with. Of all 24 games that are on, this is the one that I've struggled with the most because you're looking at the records, you're looking at the opponents, and the opponents that they have played are pretty similar. Mineral Ridge has gone out there. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a gut feeling. I'm going Jackson Milton on this one. Give me the Blue Jays.
Derpy says, this game could go either way, but I think this could be one of those game of the weeks. Oh, we don't talk about that. Bye-bye. See ya. Let's go on to Jefferson at Perry. Sammy, this is one you and Ray are going to be in. What are you thinking about this?
Man, so this is I've been known in the past to try and spin up a narrative for the underdog teams. And I don't think that the underdog team is any more than this week. We talked about last week and a great comment by Gary about this isn't David, this is his little brother. This may be the unborn child this week. Perry is the number 1 team in Division 5 this week. They are coming off of a program-changing win, the first regular season loss for Kirtland. They did it at Kirtland on Kirtland's brand new field. The Pirates are fired up. With that being said, I still think Jefferson can turn it around here. I'm going out on a limb. Give me the Falcons on this one.
I knew it. He was coming at you with that swerve. He set it up too high. Dang it, Sam. Ty, go ahead.
I know. I'm gonna have to probably be playing a trumpet. Maybe I might not be playing the solo though. But I gotta go Perry in this one. Jefferson's just been. It's been tough for it. I gotta give him some tough love and make him prove it now though. I gotta give some tough love to the Falcons. I gotta go Perry in this one.
G.
I mean, all Perry all the time. Sorry, I just don't see it.
Fur.
So the 3 teams you got, Sam just talked about, Jefferson, Kirtland, and Perry, played all of them. Kirtland has been known to be insane. I was never able to beat him. Perry was able to beat him. I played Jefferson. We beat them. I got to go Perry. I know I'm sounding the trumpet, but Perry is on a roll. They're good. They're insane this year. I got to go with Perry.
Fur runs down his entire resume of his playing days and just says, beat him, didn't beat him. That's okay. That's all right, boys. We got 3 trumpet players. Go ahead. Light it up there, Louis Armstrong.
Hey, if Perry, come on to YSN. We'd love to have him.
Oh, yeah? Could there be talks? I'm feeling awfully pirate-ish lately anyway, so.
You're a Bucko fan as it is, right?
A little bit. You don't build your whole man cave around the Pittsburgh Pirates and then deny Perry. That just doesn't happen. All right, let's go. Lisbon at East Palestine. Tim Figley, Dan Figley have the call for us from Bulldog Country. Colucci, what are you doing?
Sorry, I was muted. I gotta go EP. EP.
What?
I like EP.
The Bulldogs. The Bulldogs get a vote of confidence. Gary, what says you?
You know, I went with EP last week, and I thought they had it, but it didn't work out for them. I just can't go. I can't go against the Blue Devils right now. I just think they're just a little bit a better team. I think it'll be a good game, and I think East Palestine has the capabilities to win. They really are showing a lot of fire this year, but I'm just going Blue Devils. Sorry.
All right. Calm down, Brady. We're doing East Palestine, Lisbon right now. We got you. Michael says Lisbon easily. Okay. Ty, what do you think?
I think it's going to be tough because EP is at home, and they've been competitive in a couple of games this year too, even in losses. And looking at Lisbon's wins, they've been against both Wyndham and then I believe Fairport as well. I'm going to give the edge to the Bulldogs. Give me EP at home.
EP gets another vote of confidence. Samuel.
Last week was the week of the Blue Devils, not this week. East Palestine, give me them for the win.
Oh, a little move for Colucci. Come on, you can do it.
Ty picked the EP too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Gary's a lone wolf.
Woo!
Oh,
That's like a wolf pup. While we're on East Palestine, I want to give a quick shout out. Clark Rutledge yesterday in the 7th or 8th grade game had over 200 yards rushing, 150 yards passing, 2 touchdown passes, a rushing touchdown, a 2-point rushing conversion, and a 75-yard pick six. So the Bulldogs have some dudes coming up, and one of them's named Clark the Diesel Rutledge. So just a little shout out to some of my guys from yesteryear. So, all right. So the Bulldogs are picked to win that one against Lisbon. It's going to be – do not turn away from that game tonight. I'm telling you, that is going to be a great game. 2 teams that want it really, really bad. Newton Falls and Campbell Memorial. Let's go with Nate DeCross, Quinn Pushkar have this game. Colucci, what do you think?
It's a tough pick, but I gotta go with Newton Falls.
Newton Falls. Any particular reason?
I don't know either teams that well. I was watching scores. I think it's going to be a good game. It's Friday Night Lights. Let's play some football.
You pulled it out of your hat. Okay.
Exactly.
Palestine,
Love
they
it.
have the best. Oh, see, I went to Palestine. I still think the colors are tough. They're tough. Let's go with G. Who do you got on this one?
I'm going to agree with Colucci on here. I'm going Newton Falls.
Newton Falls. Ty?
You know, I like Camel in this one. Camel at home, even though they've lost the last 2 weeks, I think there's been some takeaways against their opponents, both Lowville and McDonald being 3-0. I'm going with the Red Devils tonight.
Samuel.
Yeah, Campbell Memorial, not the start that they wanted either, but I think Newton Falls is the opposite. I think they're getting going where they go, where they want it to be. The only loss that they have right now is to Jackson Milton. I think Jackson Milton, one of the best teams on the network as it stands right now. So give me Newton Falls. Plus, I don't know if you've ever been downtown. They paint like that whole downtown in Tiger Stripes. I love it. They're always getting a vote of confidence from me.
It's wild. Salem at Canton Central Catholic. Matt Mowry, Jared Niederheiser have the call for us tonight, live from Canton, Ohio. And Quakers have had a tough go at it so far. Sam, you think they get things going tonight?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. This one was a tough one for me because I am really, really leaning heavy toward that scumbag trumpet. Salem, I think the expectations for the Quakers were a lot higher than where they've been. And there's only one way to turn it around, and that's to get a win over a great team like Central Catholic. Doesn't happen tonight. It's the scumbag trumpet. I'm going with this Canton Central Catholic.
The trumpet has been sounded. Ty.
Considering the fact that the 3 losses that Salem has had this year are against 2 3-0 teams and a 2-1 team, it does kind of make me a little bit more 50-50 with this one. I want to see the Quakers get a win. I don't believe they're an 0-10 team. And I mean, looking at the rest of their schedule, it's only going to get tougher. I got to go with the Quakers in this one.
Wow. Okay, Gary.
Hey, you always want to root for the local teams. The Quakers just haven't had a good start to the season. I just think this might be a little bit too tall of a task tonight, so I'm going with Ken, Central Catholic.
Fur?
The Salem Quakers this week are going to get their first win. I'm picking the Quakers and Coach Rob John.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Splitskis.
I like it. Some faith in the Quakers. Southern at Wellsville. Well, we don't have to go very far for this one because El Captain, oh my captain, down there, Gary Altizer. Tell us about this rivalry.
Yeah, so it's the first week of the EOAC schedule now for all the teams. So we'll be opening up with Southern at home. The Tigers have had a tough start to the season. The teams that they played are combined 8-0 and have outscored their opponents 305-74. And it doesn't get any easier tonight. This Southern team really is one play away from being 3-0. I think they're averaging about 35 points a game. They have a great coaching staff there, but tonight is Hall of Fame night for the Tigers. Every 2 years, we induct some nominees who've been presented to the athletic board. They choose from there. So there'll be 10 people inducted tonight before the game. This is going to be another tall task for the Tigers, but I cannot go against, my team, my community, my people. So I'm going Wellsville.
Tigers speaking. All right, let's go Fur.
I said last week a wise man once said wrestlers stick together. I'm going Wellsville.
Whoa. All right, Ty.
Good thing I'm not a wrestler. Give me Southern.
That's cold-blooded. Sam.
Listen, I've said before, I've said on every show since last year, I'm pretty sure I'm contractually obligated by this thing right here to pick the Indians, and I'm picking them tonight. I think their run game is going to be what determines their win. It's Southern. Give me the Indians.
Top row says Southern, bottom row says Wellsville. What is it, Markel Smith, who was super impressive last week, 4 touchdowns, and just he looks like a man among boys right now, and I love watching him run the football. So I think this game, I got to call it last year. I'm really excited to keep an eye on this one throughout the nights because I've got my own EOAC battle going on over in Latonia that we'll talk about here in a moment. But I'm really excited for this one. Gee, Williker, Sam, I wonder why you can't vote against the Southern Local Indians. I wonder
because my
why.
couch is very uncomfortable to sleep on. That's why.
My couch has a permanent divot where I've been for the last 3 months, just so we know. So we're clear. I wasn't in trouble though. That was just I fall asleep on the couch. So don't draw any conclusions. Knowing nothing about the rivalry, so Wellsville. Okay. You got to know. Gary, how do we get this rivalry out to more people? Because it is a serious rivalry.
I don't know. More people tune into YSN, maybe?
No, that's fine with me.
That'd be an easy one, right?
I'm good with that. I'm sure you'll have a thing or two to say about the rivalry tonight with Jason. All right, next game, St. Ignatius at Austintown Fitch. Ty, I got to talk to TJ Parker last night and 2 Austintown Fitch Falcons. Ignatius is 1-2 to start the season, but the theme is Ignatius is Ignatius. They're big. They bring a lot of guys. They're physical. So Austintown Fitch is going to have to be on their best on offense, defense, special teams. Do you think they have what it takes tonight?
Yeah, I'm hoping we're seeing kind of the second half of Austintown Fitch that we saw from last week's competition because they came out a little flat in that first half, and I think they were still suffering a little bit of that loss from that hangover loss from the week prior to Central Valley. Like Coach Parker said, Ignatius is Ignatius. They got a lot of seniors in a lot of key positions. You're looking at quarterback. You're looking at your receivers. A lot of the offensive line, though, is actually a little bit younger, only a couple of seniors that are listed on that, both offensive and defensive line line. So that might be the area where you want to see the Falcons try to win, is in the trenches too, having a lot more senior-led players and juniors as well on the offensive and defensive line. But those skill positions on the outside, the quarterback's going and passing outside, it could be a nightmare for Fitch tonight if they're not locking up on defense in the secondary. Obviously, I'm not going to roll against Falcons. They're at Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium tonight. They're in Austintown. Give me Fitch for the big win over Ignatius. I don't care if they're 1-2. It's still Ignatius.
Absolutely. Keep in mind, guys, when we're talking about Austintown Fitch, the one thing that a lot of people really like about this Fitch team is the speed. The speed of the Falcons, because they fly around the football field. Sam, you got Ignatius, the Wildcats, or do you have the Wild Falcons, the Wild Birds?
Listen, one of the things I really love about Austintown Fitch, and shout out not just to their coach, shout out to their athletic director. They're playing the game right. This game tonight, they get this game over Division I St. Ignatius. I think you can pencil them in to the playoffs for sure, and pretty much giving them a home game. Ignatius, on the other hand, when you talk about a bull of a schedule ahead of them, they're playing Hoban next week, the state champion Toledo Central Catholic, the week after, St. Ed's following that, and then Archbishop Moeller. It doesn't get easier. Their decline is going to continue. Fitch is winning this game tonight. Grab the points, lock them in.
Gee.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with Sam. I think this Fitch team isn't talked about enough, honestly. And Ignatius, with that kind of schedule, I don't know how you're not looking forward. So I'm going Fitch.
Chris.
I am not going to be the scumbag pick. I'm going to be the company guy once again, and I'm going Fitch.
I love it. I thought this would be a big game in my eyes, but he's going interesting. I mean, I think people are torn on this one. I think Fitch are going to open up everybody's eyes tonight. I really do. You get a win over St. Ignatius, and there's going to be a lot of people that are like this. Like, what? What? Even if it's Fitch, that's St. Ignatius, guys. And they're in a new chapter, a new era of what they're doing with their football program. Knowing TJ Parker, man, there's no way. There's no way he's ever going to bat an eye or blink in the face of adversity. And I love Fitch in this one. I'm telling you, I love Fitch. But that being said, I love the Chiefs last night. That did not work out for me very well at all. So take it with a grain of salt.
I'll tell you one other thing about this game when you're talking about teams versus teams and records versus records. The one win that Ignatius has is a 2-point win over Menor. Menor just got beat by Riverside, and that's who is going to be in Fitch's way in Division II. I think that Fitch can do a lot by bringing up their stock by not only beating Ignatius, I think they're going to smack them.
Ty, other than Deshaun Vaughn, who's the one guy you want to watch tonight?
I think you want to talk about speed. You look no further than DE3, Dan Evans III on the outside. He is lightning in a bottle, and when he's unleashed, man, he can burn anybody on the outside. Also, though, Davion Pritchard, he's a great corner. Secondary-wise, he's going to be huge on the defensive side of the ball with his speed. I'm going to watch him in the secondary.
All right, let's go to another battle. And again, guys, this has got teeth. This is Struthers and Girard. Matt Maher and Jordan Barber have the call. This is going to be intense. This pick is huge and could separate the boys from the men. Samuel, Girard, or Struthers?
The favorite versus the forgotten in here for this one. Everybody forgets that I have picked Struthers in the past. I have picked them to win. Everybody thinks I pick Girard all the time. And last week I picked Struthers, and I picked Struthers a couple weeks before. Well, guess what? Girard is at home, correct?
Correct.
And I am going back home to the hated Wildcat. I'm picking Girard tonight. Bring it on, Struthers. Give me all the hate you can muster. I'm loving it.
Give us a Wildcat, like whatever they do.
It's the Indians taking out the Wildcats. Ow!
I'm calling Pete. I think you just beat a cat or something. Like, I don't know what that noise was. That was not a Wildcat. Is it a roar? Is it like what?
Liz, I don't know.
Ty, what do you got in this one? Girard, Struthers.
I said a couple weeks ago that Girard is one of the toughest places I believe to play, honestly, in our entire coverage map. It's just a tough place to play. That crowd gets insane. But that being said, I didn't pick Wildcats in the last matchup, but I'm picking them in this one. I really like what Coach Bayek and company are doing. I think Struthers, they're going to have a breakout year this year, and they're going to open some eyes in the NE8, starting with an away win tonight in Girard.
Ooh, Gary.
I have to agree with Ty. This Struthers team really has impressed me this year. They really come out the gates running. It's so hard to pick against Girard. I mean, I went back and forth on this one. They're such a good program. The community is crazy for the football team there, but I just think the Wildcats are this is their time and they're going to seize it. I'm going Struthers.
Derpy is screaming at his device right now at all of us. At all of us. Colucci, who do you have?
This game could be – this is another big game I was talking about. I go back and forth. It's a huge NE8 game. Very well possibly could be the NE8 title on the line tonight in Girard. But if that's the case, then Struthers is going to walk out the NE8 champs, and I'm picking Struthers tonight.
Oh, wow.
Colucci, you've been on that grid. You've been on that gridiron. What is it like playing in Girard too? When being the visitors playing in Girard?
Well, you said that it's hard to play there. Every time I've played there, we've kind of whooped some butt there. It's hard. It's definitely hard. Their student sections are always fun. They're hard to play with. It's loud there. It's in like literally the middle of nowhere, and it's just loud. And it's going to be a good game to see who can come out, but I guess Struthers is going to come out, and Struthers is going to have to block out that noise from Girard. And don't watch that game. Don't turn away. Go look at the scores. Go watch the game. That game's going to be good. That's going to be one of the best NE8 games of the year.
All right, moving on to United at Columbiana. Joe Eusebio, Eric Hoppensies on the call for us. Columbiana's been close, but no cigar. United. Well, they're united, folks. So, Chris, who do you take in this one?
I'm picking United. They've been on a roll, and I think they're going to still stay on a roll. I'm picking United. Give me the U.
Yeah, same here. Columbiana, geez, just every week they're just they're right there. Things haven't worked out for them, but it's just United. They're a balanced team with a good offense. I just don't think Columbiana can keep up. I'm going United.
Tyler?
Yeah, I'm going to keep on the trend here. I got to go with the U. Give me United.
Sam?
Listen, everybody's going with the U. I'm going with the C. Give me Columbiana. I want the Clippers.
Other way. Do it right. There we go. Yay! Sam, if you don't know, and you don't, there's a thing called the Clipper clap. Okay, so the Clipper clap sounds like this. That's the Clipper clap. So for future reference, you don't have to do the Zoltan or the C or U or any of that. You can just clap it up. We'll get EB back on the show, and he'll tell you all about it. Let's go to Ursuline against East Boys. We got Tim Corso and Julian Johnson covering that one for us. Ursuline just what do you say about Ursuline? Number one in the power rankings for YSN over Archbishop Hoban this week, by the way. Can you go against Ursuline at this point in the season? They don't want any media. They don't want anything. They want a state title. Sam, what says you?
Ursuline's in bed by 9 o'clock tonight. Running clock.
All right. The ice is melting right now. Ty, go ahead.
I'll give some respect to East, though, because I have seen them defensively. Put VASJ aside. They've been nasty defensively the last 2 weeks with Hubbard and Shaw, too. They had some potential, and I think they have some potential to give it to Ursuline on a couple of drives. But that being said, the Irish just have so much offensively. They have so much defensively. They're a well-put-together team this year. I got to go Ursuline.
Gare?
Tough draw for East. I mean, tough draw for anybody in the state right now. You have to go with the Irish.
Colucci.
This one team, I forget what name they are called, but they said this one time, but Ursuline by 90.
That sounds like Ironton. A lot like Ironton.
Who's that?
That's a
Exactly. Waterloo at Springfield. Noah Doty, CJ Schroed's on the call. Colucci, who do you have?
This is going to be pretty Springfield. Springfield's going to come out and win pretty handily. Colton Rorax kind of turning it around after the week 1 loss, and they played really good last week against Geneva. I thought that game was going to be a lot worse than what it was. I mean, they lost by 7. It was 21-14. And they held their own a lot against Geneva, and I think Colton Rorack's going to turn it up tonight. Give me
Rourke.
Rourke?
Like Cork? Yeah. Like Cork. It's just like that. It's like Cork, Rourke. Boom.
Springfield.
Gary, can you go against the Tigers, being a brethren?
I cannot go against the Tigers, especially tonight. Talk about a tough schedule. Talk about a team that's not afraid to play anybody. I don't think things are going to go well for Waterloo tonight.
Got to support those that support you. I won't ever go against my man Mike DeVries and the Blue. Give me the Vikings.
Springfield back on YSN where they belong and where they should have been last week. I'm picking Springfield for the big win tonight. Do not take out of the context there. They do lose by 7 to Geneva last week. Geneva, a Division III team and one of the top point getters in the area, and they kept them to 7 points. It's Springfield for the rest of the year.
I'll take a grenade for you. Sam's just tossing those grenades. No smoke bombs, just straight powder. South Range at Lakeview. There's a lot of people, Chris Colucci, that think this game's going to be tight. What do you think? You're calling it?
Yeah, I'm calling the game tonight. It's going to be very good. Lakeview's got a 3-0 record. South Range is going into it 2-1. Long time since South Range has had a loss in the regular season, but South Range is going to be South Range. Coach Rock is going to be coaching South Range. He didn't skip a beat from Coach Egley. He is going out to Lakeview, to Cortland, Ohio, to take on the Bulldogs, and he is going to get his first NE8 win as a head coach for the South Range Raiders. Give me the Raiders.
Gary Altizer.
Yeah, I have to agree with Chris on this one. They took that loss. I think that's the only one they're going to have this season. I'm going South Range.
Ty?
Yeah, did you see last week? I mean, 41-3 on JFK. Are you kidding me? I mean, all respect to Lakeview, 3-0 record's impressive, but you're running into a rock, and it's more of a boulder. It's the Raiders tonight.
Sam?
Listen, this is the game. This is the game. We've given a lot of games on the network of the 24. The game to watch, the game of the week, the game of the night. Lakeview versus South Range is the game of the night. It's the battle for the NE8. South Range for the first time has shown that there's a chip in the armor. Lakeview has lived their entire existence as the underdog, particularly on the football field. I've said it earlier in the show, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Lakeview does that tonight. I'm taking Lakeview.
Whoa.
Wow. He's got a howl. He's got a howl for that one.
Oh!
You better let that fly, big boy, because you think Struthers is bad. Wait till the Raider faithful.
Oh, I know. Listen, I just want to put this out there before the inbox gets flooded, whether it's YSN's or my own personal one. It's the first time I picked against South Range in 2 years on this show. So just keep that in mind when you guys start aiming the missiles at my house.
You'll be looked at as a genius, but also the worst enemy if that happens tonight, too, in a certain community. Can't wait for it, though.
Paul Feinbaum right here, folks.
Western Reserve at McDonald. Eric Hughes has the call for us tonight. Sam, you taking Devils or Devils?
McDonald has been pretty good this year. They've been very impressive this year, but and maybe it's some bias because of getting firsthand, getting to watch Western Reserve for an entire game. I think they're going to get McDonald in this one. I do think this is going to be ultra close, though.
Yeah, this one has been tough. I've been mulling it over, but I gotta go McDonald in this one, man. I think McDonald being at home, they're the better Blue Devil tonight.
Gare?
Yeah, I'm with Ty on this. I just McDonald has, they've had a good start to the season. I don't know what game it was. One of the games that was close that they won. They had something like 5 fumbles in that game. So that might have been a little bit deceiving. I just think that they. I don't know if that was it.
It might have been because them defensively have been locked down other weeks.
Yes. So I just think that they're a decent team. They're even better than some of the scores. So I'm going McDonald.
Western Reserve will be a team to watch this rest of this year and next year. They will be the team in the area, the team to watch. Western Reserve, I've been on their train the last few weeks. I'm sticking with them. Give me the Western Reserve Blue Devils.
Well, that'll lead us right into I want to say it's a trap game, right? Because Valley Christian is going to Latonia. Yours truly will have the coverage of this one. But after talking to Coach Hake earlier this week, he has informed me that they have no intentions on losing any more games this season at Valley Christian, and they are going to turn heads. And the general is going to storm the mountain. So I just take that. I'm not picking, but Latonia, by the way, is no slouch this year, folks. I think Latonia gets a win at some point this season. I just think it's a tough draw tonight. Sam, you taking Hake's take, or are you flying with the Bears?
Taylor Swift, I'm going to hake it off. Give me Valley Christian.
Yeah, I agree. I think Latonia is made to get a win this year. I think they will. I just don't think it'll be this week. I think you're going to get an angry group of Eagles. Give me Valley Christian.
I never thought you'd ever hear Taylor Swift and Andy Hake in the same sentence. That is a first and possibly an only. Gary.
Hey, hats off to that Bears team. It came off a really tough season last year, and there isn't a 1-year turnaround in high school football. It takes a couple of years. What are they doing right this year? Well, they're scoring. They're getting on the scoreboard. I believe from some of the stats I've seen, they've got some air yards this season. They've quarterback and there's a receiver. I don't remember his name. They've made a nice connection. They've done things right. They're progressing in the right direction, but I just don't think it's going to happen tonight. So I'm going with Valley.
Yeah, I'm going with Valley. This is a short pick. My dog's going to go crazy.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know right there.
Hake-a-mania running wild.
Dig it. Let's go. We got 2 games left here. We got Crestview at Liberty. Chris Sigler has the call for us tonight. He's flying solo like yours truly. Sammy, who do you got in this one?
Listen, we've talked about since week 1. We've talked about Liberty and where they need to be and how they're a team to watch. Crestview is a very, very good football team. It's time to put up. I'm not going to say shut up because that's rude, but I am going to say, hey, Liberty, it's time to put up. I'm going with the Leopards tonight. It's your chance to make a splash. Give me Liberty over Crestview.
Ty?
Yeah, Liberty being at home, I think it gives them an edge. Both these teams 0-3. Both these teams looking for their first win, so that's going to be exciting in this game tonight. Someone's walking away with a win. Coin flip game, give me the home team. I'm going to go Leopards.
Gare.
Yeah, two hungry teams for a win. I just think Liberty will be too much. I'm going Leopards.
Bring this brooms out. It's a sweep.
Sweepski. All right.
Your dog didn't like that too much for
She's a lone wolf down there.
a Crestview fan in the house.
Lakeside at Orange. The school is covering. We think that we've got an announcer for this. If not, it's going to be video only. Either way, we've got to cover Lakeside at Orange. Sammy, you're the Lakeside grad. You know where I would be in my pick. Where are you going?
Yeah, so this is a game where Lakeside has had a rough 2 weeks. So they start off the year with a great win over Eastlake North, and then they run into a buzzsaw in NDCL, and then they run into a laser beam in Ursuline, and they have to go down there and live through that. I think they got through both of those games without attaining a ton of injuries, and this is where Lakeside begins its ascent to the top. Lakeside Dragons over the Orange Lions. Give me my Dragon Boys.
Ty?
Aren't you going to want to be a Lion tonight? Give me Orange.
Gary.
Love those orange helmets. I know you're going to bust it out as soon as I say that. So this helmet is a great looking helmet, but look at that. That's awesome. Great color scheme, great design, but I think they just too tall of a task tonight. Unfortunately, I'm going to go with Lakeside.
I got to put my earbuds in.
You didn't hear Gary's pick.
What?
I picked Lakeside, sorry.
Oh, you're getting it, dude.
DJ, I'll because you have the helmet on, I'll go Orange.
There we go.
Dude, so this is the same one that Patrick Mahomes wears, and I always wonder why he looks like an idiot. It sits on the top of your head. Like, it doesn't go down all the way. So it's not him. Like, he's not an idiot. He just talks goofy, I guess. But he cost me $50 last night. So thanks, Patrick. That is all the games. That's all the games that we have tonight. We've got we got 2 tomorrow, I think. Ty's got 1. I know that. We got 2 tomorrow. We got Ashtabula St. John, and we've got Akron East at Archbishop Hoban, which will be you want to see some men play some football? Go ahead and watch that one.
That needs to be like, we need Steve Leslie's quote for like a Hoban shirt. Like, they are men. Like that's
listen. If I were you, and I'm not, I'd be watching Ohio State, Youngstown State, and on my phone or my device, I'd be watching Akron East playing Archbishop Hoban. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I think you're going to be seeing those guys hoist a trophy later on this season. They are that good, and they got a great leader in Coach Timmy. So, it's time for the Joe Dickey Electric. What's your spark? Does everybody know how to play it this time? Because last week we had a little bit of an issue of people not knowing what the daggone spark is that we've had for 2 years. So we good?
Sorry.
Good. Here we go. The Joe Dickey Electric. What's your spark? Anything commercial, residential, industrial, anything electrical. Head over to DickeyElectric.com. Tell them YSN sent you, Sam.
Yeah, so my spark this week, it's going to be kind of similar to last week. It's watching these teams, and as this season progresses, it's watching these teams actually starting to prepare for what is going to come here at the end of the season. I think you have some teams that have overshot where people thought they were going to be, and you have some teams that have undershot where they're going to be. This is the week between this week and next week are going to be the turning points for a lot of teams, and you're going to have the best seat in the house right here on YSN Live to see which teams are going to turn it around.
My spark is just simply the team I work with and the people I get to be around with every single day. I'm blessed to be able to go out into these different schools and communities and to be accepted and have everyone talking to me and treating me as if I was one of their own as well. So just happy about the people I get to be around with every single day.
Hey, I'm going to take this chance to always shout out other people in the Wellsville community. One is the Wellsville volleyball team. They extended their EOAC winning streak to 77 games. They haven't lost in 6 years to anybody in the EOAC. So great job, ladies, for continuing that. And my other spark is the Wellsville Junior High football team. Last night, they were 23 rushes, 362 yards with 4 touchdowns. Starting quarterback Jaron Jackson, 2 for 5, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns passing, and a 99-yard touchdown run on a big win over Southern Local. Way to go, gentlemen.
We're in week 4, right? Yeah, week 4 of high school football. NFL just started last night. Football's back, baby. It's a great time. Best time of the year. Football's back. Can't ask for anything better.
Hello. It's good to see you.
Jeez.
I got to tell you that the only thing I need to say today, and for those of you who know, you know, is that patience pays off. That is my spark. And it's all brought to you by Joe Dickey Electric. Visit them on the web at DickeyElectric.com. Just make sure that you're safe when you're doing any of that, because those people are so good at their jobs. Just let them come do it for you. Just let you don't need to get zapped. You don't need to like on America's Funniest Video. You don't need to be on that. Just let our friends over at Joe Dickey Electric take care of all your electrical work, whether you're a business or a residence at this point. DickeyElectric.com. Gentlemen, great show today. And safe travels tonight, wherever you're heading. I'm going over to the house that Potesta built in Latonia, Ohio, and I'm looking forward to it. The Valley Christian Eagles are coming to town, and oh yeah, Indy, he's cream of the crop. Cream of the crop. All right, boys, we'll see you next time right here on the YSN Power Hour, powered by our friends at Toyota of Warren. See you at 7. YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports